clock's about to strike noon in Heimdall, with the Chancellor set to take the stage for his national address.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's xdeadlysmoorex here, and welcome back to part 93 of our Chosen Cold Steel Let's Play. In the last episode, we searched around the campus for Crow and Milliam. We did manage to find Milliam, but we were unable to find Crow. Though we did learn through Toa and George that he'd been giving people back stuff that he'd borrowed off of them. And then we also learned from Sharon that he came back to the... because after we got Milliam, we then went back to the dorms. And we spoke with Sharon, and Sharon said that Crow had returned to the dorm but left almost immediately after he came back. And then we also, as we were going back to the academy to listen to the address that we're about to listen to now, we ran into Patrick, who said that Crow had gone to Heimdall to listen to the Chancellor's speech in person. So in this episode we're going to be listening to Chancellor's speech, and we're going to have a momentous event happen. So let's get into it.
With the situation in Crossbell and the destruction of Gorelia Fortress still fresh in the national consciousness, the message he has today will undoubtedly shape the future of Erebonia, and with it, our lives.
Definitely, what's going to happen is definitely going to shape the future of Erebonia.
Our reporter is joining us now, live from Dreikel's Plaza.
Sounds like he's about to start.
Oh, I hate this. I've got butterflies in my stomach.
This is Misty, coming to you live from Heimdall.
What's Misty doing here?
Huh? Why is Misty...
Oh, it's the host from Abendheim.
At least that's a reassuring voice to hear at a time like this.
How? Emma?
What's wrong?
The woman talking on the radio, she's... You all know her?
Who, Misty? Of course. She hosts the radio show Abendheim every Sunday night at 9.
I've seen her out and about in Trista too. She always looks so fashionable. Though, considering Abendheim is broadcast by Radio Trista, it makes sense that's where she'd be. Huh?
Do you know her or something?
The Chancellor's standing at the podium, and it looks like he's about ready to begin. Let's hear what he has to say.
Citizens of Heimdall, fellow countrymen, Erebonians far and wide, I thank you for your attention. I am Gileath Osborne, your Chancellor and the acting representative of the Imperial Government. We stand today in the face of an uncertain future. All of you, I'm sure, are aware of what has transpired in recent weeks. Crossbell, our erstwhile province, has defiantly declared its independence, and as its parting shot, frozen the assets entrusted to them by the hard-working men and women of Erebonia. As we have moved to safeguard our national interests, armed conflicts have broken out on our borders. Our enemies point to this as an example of Erebonian aggression, but nothing could be further from the truth. We acted in accordance with our duties as a colonial power. All we have done as is our sovereign right.
That's a warmonger talking there, Chancellor Osborne.
The Imperial hand may be firm, but it is fair.
No, it's not.
These traitors, however, have shown the world that they are neither.
Neither are you.
With an unknown weapon of mass destruction, they have annihilated Gorelia Fortress.
Because Crossbell was scared you were going to turn the guns on him. Of course they'd want to wipe it out.
The stronghold that has long protected the very gates of this country. I ask you, brothers and sisters of the Empire, do we allow such an odious act to go unpunished? Do we sit idle as the pride and dignity of our great nation is spat upon and trampled underfoot?
Several of your armored divisions have already been practically wiped out because of what Crossbell A, did to Guerrilla Fortress, and B, since you've tried to invade them, have been repelled quite quickly. So you're just being an idiot at this point, trying to like invade Crossbell knowing that you're just going to lose a lot of people to something so idiotic because you don't know what they're doing or what they have.
We cannot. We must not. And we will not.
Don't know if you guys can tell, I don't like Chancellor Osborne.
With blood and with iron we shall mete out justice.
Listen to him go.
Oh, he's quite the orator, that's for sure.
Well, he's certainly not out to upend my expectations.
Milliam? What are you doing?
Nope, can't get through. No surprise there, I guess.
Who are you trying to call?
What is all this about?
Oh, it's part of my mission. The most important part, actually. If only I'd caught on a little sooner. But considering he managed to outwit Claire, Lecter, and even Gramps, I suppose Crow's earned this victory.
What?
What does Crow have to do with this?
Bum bum bum. See, when she said that and the look on her face, I actually thought Milliam was with Crow. But she's not, just saying that.
Huh. So that's your angle. You came because you had a potential lead on C and you couldn't look into it from the outside. Is that it?
What?
As in the leader of the Imperial Liberation Front?
But he's dead, isn't he? The Intelligence Division looked at all of C's actions so far and drew up a list of potential suspects. And one possibility we couldn't dismiss was that he had ties to this academy somehow.
I want... Because I don't think we ever know the other suspects. All we know is Crow. I want to know who the other suspects they had as C were.
But after C and his cronies got blown up aboard their airship in the mine, we thought it was a moot point. Looks like we spoke too soon, though. I can't believe how bad we screwed this up.
Are you seriously suggesting that it's Crow? That it's been him all along?
Yes.
Crow was with us in the mine right up until he went with the miners to escort them back to the surface, right?
Yeah, and then his route back ended up blocked off by a cave-in, so he wasn't able to reach us until later.
But what if he actually used another route to get there ahead of us?
Then fought us wearing that masked helmet and cape.
Before making it look like he boarded the airship, then sneaking back around to join the others like nothing happened.
Madness. No one would stake their entire plan on such a precarious stunt.
Perhaps we can read the evidence that way, but there are a few leaps in logic that bother me.
Besides, remember when the terrorists escaped from Guerrilla Fortress? We heard C talking to us, and not just then. He was addressing us just before the airship exploded in the mine, too.
Guys, you weren't even there in Rua. How would you know?
That's true, on both counts.
Actually, no, that's a lie. Everyone that went to Rua probably told him. But...
And Crow was with us the whole time during everything that went down in Guerrilla. He never left our sight.
Right. No mistaking it.
My name is Sith, leader of the Imperial Liberation Front. The hammer of judgment shall fall again. I'm ready. Are you?
Yeah, there's no way he could be...
He could have recorded a message in advance and played it back.
Oh.
And the airship that exploded? It could have been controlled remotely. His alibi seems airtight. But once you account for things like that, it starts looking pretty questionable.
Yep. And if C's still alive, that means the other ringleaders probably are too.
Because if you think about it, I don't think... No, because when we were in Rua, we only fought Vulcan and C. So, for all we know, Scarlet could very well have been alive.
Then right now, Crow is...
Oh no.
He said he was headed to Drykel's Plaza, didn't he?
If a skilled sniper has their eye on you, you let your guard down for even a second and bang, you're dead. If he's the one who shot down the airship in the mine...
Then it's checkmate for the Chancellor. Crow's already won.
Yes, he has.
at the brink of nothing worse than a national crisis.
Get that bastard Crow. Get him.
In such tumultuous times, we must set aside our differences. We must look past the ideologies that divide us. I will not deny the rift that has grown between the reformist and noble factions, especially in recent times. But how childish, how insignificant such squabbles seem when the enemy marshals its strength beyond our borders. I have met with His Majesty the Emperor, and have secured permission to embark on the course we now must.
That smile means you probably forced the Emperor into doing this.
Thus, in the name of the Emperor, and as the representative of the Imperial Government, I hereby proclaim...
Go finish your speech in hell. Pretty overkill right there, Crow.
That the Empire's full military might shall be gathered together from all branches and divisions to deliver unto Crossbell a swift response to their impudence and to form a bulwark against the threat from the east.
Go finish your speech in hell.
Bang. Anti-material rifle. Right through the heart. Bang.
Well played, Armbrust.
That took a long time to bleed. And screaming about the Chancellor. A bitch got shot through the heart with an anti-material rifle.
Well, that was anticlimactic. And there's our coup de grace. Now, just have to add the finishing touches.
Hands in the air!
That's a strong bullet. Accurate as well. Spared almost perfectly in half.
It really was you all along. To think, all the time we spent searching for the leader of the Imperial Liberation Front, and he was right under our noses. Crow Armbrust from the Jirai SEZ.
Oh, and here I thought I'd managed to cover my tracks like a real pro. So, who put all the pieces together? I bet it was Arundel, wasn't it?
We just received confirmation a short while ago. If you hadn't been so difficult to pin down, we would have had this investigation finished up already. How could you? How could you?
You know, this really brings back the memories. It's a lot like when Jirai was annexed by the Empire 8 years ago.
See, we'll learn more about this in the second game, but but Crow's motives for doing what he just did to Chancellor Osborne are actually kind of like believable. As are like most of the members of the Imperial Liberation Front, their motives for like hating Chancellor Osborne are like pretty like valid.
You let your guard down, you lose. That's how your boss's favorite little game works, isn't it? Well, he lost. And now he won't be playing any of his games again. Ever.
You! Get on the ground! I don't know how you managed to plan all of this, but you'll tell us eventually. I'll see to that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, we've just witnessed a shocking turn of events. Chancellor Osborne has been shot by an unknown assailant. He's currently being rushed into urgent care. We'll bring you more on the situation as it develops.
What is that? It's coming closer.
It looks like we may not be out of the woods yet, folks. A large silver craft has been sighted in the sky to the south, and it seems to be headed toward the capital. But hearing a radio broadcast just isn't the same as seeing it unfold yourselves. So how about I give you Thor students a special treat? Just my way of saying thanks for the fun I had at the festival.
Wait, what's she talking about?
Was she speaking directly to us just now?
Resound, resound, O voice everlasting! Rend night's silent veil and reveal unto all the beautiful world!
What the?
Isn't that the plaza in Heimdall?
This is one of the Azure Abyss's incantations. Phantasmagoria!
It is. There she is. Like, that's the bird that, if you guys remember, Reen saw in when we went to get the outfits for the concert. I can't remember its name. It does have a name. It's very similar to, or what the bird is very similar to what Selene is, and I can't remember its name. I think it begins with a G. We're going to be seeing a lot more of that ship. Looks like a giant penis. It actually, like, the front of it just looks like it looks like a penis. I'm just being crude, but hey, that's just me. It looks like a giant penis. I mean, to be fair, it's piloted by a giant penis, but mech suits. We'll be seeing a lot more of these in the next game. Trust me. Damn, that's a lot of damage. That's a whole, and it's, oh my god. That did a lot to those armoured cars. Not so armoured anymore now, are they?
What is that thing?
I know, but it ain't one of ours. It's time to avenge His Excellency.
Yeah, you ain't got no chance against them.
Fire! Where did it... Huh?
Those are some effective hammers.
What are those things?
Humanoid combat armors, courtesy of Reinford's 5th Development Division, staunch supporters of the Noble Alliance. Knights for the modern age, modeled after a stunning historical example and made of hardened steel from toe to crown. We call them the Panzer Soldats.
But how did... Don't move!
Sorry, I don't take orders from you. Zephyr should be able to secure Valflame Palace just fine on their own. But I've got my own score to settle.
No! What?
See ya, Icy Maiden.
Yeah. So Crow's got his own version of the that knight thing at the bottom of the old schoolhouse.
Man, that was a bit of a letdown, huh? I'll give him an A for effort.
But we're talking about the Imperial capital here? Is that the best they could muster on their home turf?
The hard part's still ahead. Most of the Imperial army's putting out fires across the country. But they'll be back soon enough now. And who knows? They might have some anti-Soldats countermeasures up their sleeves.
If you remember, these two, if you guys remember way back when we went to Legram, these two were the two, like, bodyguards that were with Duke Cayenne when he came to visit, like, Legram.
Hey, anything can happen. Guess the ones to watch out for are the 3rd, 4th, and 7th Armored Divisions, huh?
Don't know why you'd want to watch out for the 3rd. I can't remember if the 3rd had done anything, or who they're commanded by.
I wonder whose side our little princess will take.
That's for Fee to decide. The boss would have wanted it that way.
Yeah, so these two know Fee. Well, that's all we'll see of them like now, but we'll see more of those two in the next game. They're really, from what I remember, those two are actually really cool characters. I like them a lot.
Splendidly done, Grianos.
Grianos, that's its name.
I see you were able to share the sweetest notes of my aria with our little friends.
I find myself reminded afresh of the brilliance with which you shine as the second Anguis, Lady Vida Clotilde. Vast is the stage, and beauty is the performance of the Azure Abyss.
That's quite the compliment, considering your standards on beauty. Still, first Liberl, then Crossbell, and now here in Erebonia. Don't you think you're getting a little too greedy for your own good?
Your chastisement cuts deep. We'll be proceeding with the next step of the Phantasmal Blaze plan, I presume?
Yes, indeed. The bells are tolling for Crossbell, and preparations here are complete. Still, even this grand an undertaking is but a jewel in a greater crown. The second stage of the Orpheus final plan. The symphony awaits us. Let the second movement commence.
Yeah. Well, that all happened.
Is this really happening?
It is. I'm certain of it. Phantasmagoria is an arcane art known to the Witch of the Abyss, capable of showing scenes and visions across great distances. The woman you know as Misty is something of a sister of mine.
Wait, the Witch of the Abyss?
Are you saying that's who Misty really is?
I feel like any moment I'm going to wake up in my bed to find I just dreamt all this.
If only it was. But we have no choice but to accept that it's real.
Well, we'll have plenty of time to worry about that later. Right now, we've got two more pressing concerns. The Chancellor's been shot, and Heimdall's been occupied.
Oh no! I hope my father's alright.
Damn. Please, let Saint Astraea be safe.
That gargantuan airship, those Panzer Soldats. I have no doubts that they were bankrolled and manufactured by the noble faction.
I saw them there. My old family. All this time I never knew what happened to them. Now there they are.
Fee.
So you know those men? I remember meeting them briefly in the Grail.
They're former members of Zephyr. Used to be one of the continent's strongest Jaeger Corps. It looks like the noble faction hired them to do their dirty work. Just like the Imperial Liberation Front. On top of that...
It looks like our guess about C's identity was right on the money. But I don't know what that cool blue thing was he flew off in.
I do.
Crow, why did you do it?
On behalf of the Student Council, I'd like to ask all of you to remain calm. I'm sure you all experienced that strange vision during the broadcast, and the principal has an announcement he'd like to make about it.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Principal Van Dyke speaking. I'm sorry to say there's a strong likelihood that what you just saw is really happening in Heimdall. However, it's important to note that we don't yet have confirmation or any official word on the situation. I'm doing all I can to find out what's going on, but in the meantime, I ask for your patience and understanding.
So all the other classes saw it too.
How could she use a national radio broadcast to show something to just us and no one else? Is that even possible?
For her, it is. With little difficulty at that.
Yo, Sarah here. Who's... Neidhart? An emergency meeting. Right away? What? Of course. I'll be right there. Yeah, understood. I'll meet you in front of the main gate.
Shit's
All right,
going
class.
down.
I've got to step out for a bit to take care of some business. But no matter what happens, you are not to leave this building. Is that clear?
What's going on?
I'm not sure, but it's obvious something strange is happening.
Can this day even get stranger than it already is?
What's wrong, guys?
I hear something to the west, and it's getting closer.
Several armored cars are approaching, and it sounds like they have some of those armored suits with them.
You've got to be kidding.
First Heimdall, now Trista? Are they planning on taking over the academy? Sure looks that way. Notable members from both factions have kids enrolled here, and there are plenty of important people like the principal. So either they're looking to preemptively protect their own or take the others hostage. Could be either, even both.
This is absurd.
Whatever their intentions, we can't allow them to harm innocent people.
Do you think that's where the instructors went? To try and fight them off?
Those giant armors tore through the army's tanks like they were nothing more than toys. Our instructors are strong, but with what they're up against, I'm worried they might not be enough.
You clearly haven't seen any of them in action then, Reem.
I'm not sure how much help we'd be, or if we'll even be able to put a dent in them. But right now, they need all the support they can get. They need Class 7.
They kind of don't, but...
I'm with you.
You have my sword.
And my axe.
I didn't really wake up today planning to fight enemies that can gut a tank.
None of us did. But this battle came to us, so we'll draw the line here.
Sucks that no one like in this group uses an axe though.
I'll do everything I can to defend this school and its students.
I take no issue with humbling those that befoul the spirit of true nobility.
Guess I'll help too.
I wonder how Lamiel will match up against those giants.
We haven't got a lot of time, so let's move out.
All right, let's do this.
Hoorah, Marines.
Elisa? Why are you all so flustered? What's going on? Ferris? You're still here?
What in Adios' name is going on here? I saw the instructors leaving the academy through the front gate.
Oh, they already left?
Patrick, you have to stay here. You can't let them take over this building. Work with the other students as best you can.
Schwarzer?
What are they?
We're about to do summon dumb. Then again, that's kind of Class 7's entire motto, do something
What
dumb.
in Adios' name is going on?
I heard a war started in Heimdall.
Don't worry, everyone. You'll be safe here.
We'll show you to the auditorium. You can bunker down there.
Toa! George!
Reen!
What are you doing here?
You aren't...
You're not planning on going to help the instructors, are you?
That's exactly what we're planning.
I'd bring shame to the Arcade name if I were to willingly allow such insolence and dishonor to fester.
We're not gonna push our luck, but we want to give them every little bit of support we can.
You can't be serious.
If that video's anything to go by, you'd be going up against some seriously dangerous weapons. The chances of you overcoming a force like that is... well, I don't even want to say. Are you really sure this is what you want to do?
We are. This academy has given us a lot. We've made friends here, learned to better ourselves. And we'll be damned if we're going to let them just take that away.
Didn't even move your mouth there, Reen.
You guys...
Oh boy. The instructors told me not to let you past if you tried to come through here.
All right. As Student Council President, I hereby grant you permission to head through. But don't forget, you're still students. This may be a military academy, but that doesn't mean you're soldiers. If you ever feel like your lives are in danger, even a little bit, you get out of there, okay? Run away, surrender. I don't care what you do, just please don't die out there. Promise me.
Of course.
We promise.
At least make sure you've got everything you need before you go then. I've got my tools on me, so if you guys need any last-minute modifications to your Arcus units, I'll take care of it.
So we're going to take Laura, we'll take Lisa, take Elliot with us. Support we can have MR, Fee, and Gaius. Works for me. Yes. Yeah, and this is where we're going to end it off for this episode. So, for a quick recap, we we listened to the national address by the Chancellor, only to find out that Crow is actually C, or the other way around. C is actually Crow, with him shooting the Chancellor through the heart with an anti-material rifle. We also then found out that the Noble faction has been creating these mech-like Panzer Soldat things that can easily take down Oxen tanks. Then the Noble faction then have occupied Heimdall and are moving on Trista. And to top it all off, Kree? Don't know where that came from. Crow has one of those knight things, like that silver knight ash coloured knight thing that we got, that we saw at after we beat Lower Erebonius. But it's blue. So yeah, in the next episode we're going to be trying to help out the instructors of Thors to try and prevent the Noble faction from taking over Trista. So, if you guys enjoyed today's episode, make sure to hit that like button. If you are enjoying our Chosen Cold Steel Let's Play series, make sure to subscribe as well. There's only like 2 episodes left now. But yeah, it's been a good one. Yeah, make sure to subscribe. Also, please be sure to check out my Persona 5 Raw Let's Play, where as of time of recording we have just been Kamoshida's palace, and now we're just waiting for that bastard, that sick motherfucker, to have a change of heart. And also, please be sure to check out my Monster Hunter World Let's Play series, where as of time of recording, me and a special guest took down a Rathalos and gave that fiery red wyvern what for, and took him down. And now I am all prepared. I have the weapon, I have the armor to take on Diablos. But I'll talk more about Diablos when we fight him. So yeah, make sure to subscribe and I'll continue updating those series. Also, if you're a fan of JRPGs or just RPGs in general, make sure to subscribe as well, because hey, that's what I do here. I say this in every episode. I have a project in the work lined up, so hopefully when that game drops I can get it recorded for you guys and get those videos up for you, because I'm really excited for this game. I've been waiting for it ever since it was announced. Very much so, very much like how I was with Persona 5 Royal. But yeah, if not, I have a backup. I have a few backup plans in the work, so don't worry, your boy's got you. But yeah, with all that PSA out of the way, this is xdeadlysmoorex, and I shall see you guys next time.